Hello everybody, welcome back to Tokyo Creative Play. I'm your host Emma and today I'm here with Aki.
Hello. Hey guys. Why are we here today?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to tell everybody, congratulations, you're allowed back in Japan!
Oh, yeah, as of October 11, I think, yeah, finally, after like 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I hope you guys can come and visit and have a great time here. But before you do, we have some tips that we want to share with you. Our top 5 tips for travelers coming to Japan. Maybe for the first time as well. So, but yeah, I think we should just get into it. While we do this, let us know in the comments down below if you guys have tips of your own for new travelers.
Yeah, so the number one thing that I had was get a SIM card or pocket Wi-Fi. This is mainly just because when you come in, your phone's gonna knock out. You can't really do anything, and that's really essential in this day and age. But also because I guess going into it, you will probably not know too much Japanese. Like maybe if you need help with Japanese, you're gonna need Google Translate because I think it's actually really good to use nowadays. It's gotten better. I know that there's like a lot of jokes as time has gone by, but Google Translate's actually a lot better now, and I can still use it. Like
I still use it.
Yeah,
all the time.
I still use it. Like especially when it comes to well, we live here, but if we get like a document or whatever. So I would definitely get a SIM card or pocket Wi-Fi.
I always go for a pocket Wi-Fi. I don't know why,
same.
but I get my parents and everyone to go pocket Wi-Fi.
I don't know how to do the SIM card thing, to be honest, actually.
I just went to England and I lost my Japanese SIM card. But for Japan, I think the pocket Wi-Fi is pretty reasonable compared to other countries. So.
Yeah. We definitely try to invest in pocket Wi-Fi. There's a whole bunch of brands out there. I can't think of too many at the top of my head, but it was definitely an essential when I was traveling around. So definitely invest in that.
Okay, and going off that tip, when you arrive, I would say just make sure you know how to get from the airport to where you're going. I know that a lot of people, you already have that planned, but I know people who've come to Narita Airport and booked an Uber and it's been hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So look at how to get to your destination, whether that's via the Skyliner or via the next train. Or via a coach or a bus. There's a bunch of different ways you can go. But if you catch the Skyliner and go to Nippori, it's a total mess. You arrive within the station, and so you're gonna be going, this is so confusing, you're gonna be going out of the gate, but at the same time, you're going into the JR gates to catch another train. So you need to put your ticket in and scan like a Suica or buy a ticket at the station to get through to the next train. Otherwise, you get there and there's just people yelling like, "Get a ticket, what are you doing?" And everyone's lining up and it's chaos and people have just got off a flight. It's awful. So in Nippori, just do a little bit of research so that you don't get stuck in the craziness.
Speaking of like airports, that actually just made me think that you should probably also write the address of where you're staying before you get on the plane coming to Japan because you're gonna get like this card that you have to give to them, which has like where you're staying, what is the phone number and everything like that. And when I was first coming, I didn't have that information. And I also didn't have pocket Wi-Fi at that time, so I couldn't like call anyone or look it up. I totally forgot how I got through there, but definitely write the address before you even board the plane to come to Japan because you're gonna need it when you fill out some pretty boring documents. But boring, but it's important to have. One of the tips that I also had, this is one that you just hear everywhere, is just getting a Pasmo or a Suica card because this is gonna be your ticket to get on the trains. I know a lot of people do the JR Railway Pass. I still think Suica is probably the most convenient just because you can also buy things with it. You can kind of treat it like a debit card. So it's just this card, you guys can flash it up and you just put money in it and then you can tap it to get on the train. It's kind of your ticket to go wherever you need to go. But there's a lot of stores now, especially like at the konbinis and stuff, you can just tell them, oh, I'd like to pay with Suica. And they're like, okay, that's fine, just tap it, and then that's it, you're done. So it's useful for a lot of different things, I think.
Yeah, I have Suica on my phone as well. Like it's super, super convenient.
I know I got Suica on my American phone, but it was a little hard to get. But if you can get the app, then you have it on your phone, and then you can connect it to your card, which will make it super convenient. If you can't bother to do any of that and you're coming to Japan like one time, then yeah, sure, go and get a physical card. So
yeah, the physical cards, you can get them at just the ticket machine. You say, just change it to English and say, get a new passport. It costs like 500 yen.
Yeah.
And then you say how much you want on the card, and then you get it, and you can just use it everywhere.
People might ask, do I need to get Pasmo or Suica? They're kind of the same.
They're the same, but the penguin's really cute.
Yeah, I think just branding-wise, everyone goes for the green one.
Yeah.
They work exactly the same. Also, another tip, if you do get a physical card and you put it in your wallet, you don't have to take it out of the wallet usually to tap. The scanner is strong enough to read the card through your wallet, if that makes sense. So you can just, because, you know, Tokyo, Japan's just always busy. Just scrambling to find your card each and every time is going to take a lot of time. So you can just get your wallet and then beep, and you're gone. So Pasmo or Suica card.
Good tip. My next tip is just for vegetarians and vegans. Do your research before, one, coming to Japan, but also two, before leaving your hotel. If you're going to an area, make sure you know kind of what restaurants are in the area. Japan's the kind of place you can't just go into anywhere and expect there to be vegetarian or vegan options. There are some really, really good vegan and vegetarian places, but you just got to know where you're going beforehand. If you are strict vegan and vegetarian, a lot of the soup stock here, so even if it's a vegetable dish, the soup stock usually has some fish in it. So just be aware of that before coming. Get an app like Happy Cow, or do some research on different blogs and Google Maps. Just Google best vegan places. YouTubers have covered a bunch of them. So yeah, I recommend doing a bit of research before coming.
My tip kind of goes against it. Where I was just like, you should have a really big palate for food when you come here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not vegan or vegetarian or have any dietary issues, if you're a picky eater, I feel like you should probably explore to open it a little bit more. You're coming into a country that is literally almost like nowhere else in the world. And so I think food is just a really great gateway into culture. And so if you're a picky eater, you're kind of limiting yourself. But I get why people, like, when they see something different, they're like, what is that? It looks weird, it makes me uncomfortable. For me, I mean, like, Joey has said it in so many videos, he's like, just try it. If it's not gonna kill you, just try it. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of food here. Of course, everyone expects like sushi and ramen and things like that. But you're here, you might as well try something different. So I would think like a good different dish to try as like an entry into Japan is probably okonomiyaki, takoyaki,
Yakisoba?
Yeah, yakisoba, or anything from the konbini, I guess. So coming in with a big palate and an open mind is really good. Because I'm not vegan or vegetarian. I just kind of like eat whatever, and it just makes my life in Japan a lot easier and more fun, because then I can just be like, that looks interesting. The only thing that I'm really paranoid of trying still is the raw chicken thing.
Oh yeah, I've had raw chicken.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was tasted fine, but it was like, that's raw chicken.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I would do it again. But it was interesting. The thing is, interesting to try it. I've tried a lot of things, and I'm like, wow, that was an experience. That was interesting.
Yeah.
But now I know what I'm talking about, and I don't really want to eat that again.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, good to try new things. I think that's a great tip.
Definitely.
This one, feel free to disagree with, but I would say be careful of over-planning when you come to visit Japan. I see a lot of people coming to Japan, they're like, okay, we've got 1.5 to 2 weeks, we're gonna go here, we're getting the Shinkansen to here, and here, we're gonna go on a trip out here and do this and this and this, and it's super packed. And I feel like Japan might, if you don't know about it, it might surprise you with just how much there is to do in limited spaces.
Yeah.
Like Tokyo, I've been here for like almost 7 years, and I haven't run out of things to do. There's so much to do. And if you're traveling here as well, even just going for a walk, just leaving your hotel and just going for a walk down the street is enough of an adventure. So I would say make the most of just, take it a little bit easier, especially if it's your first time. It is good to go to like Kyoto and Osaka and stuff, but don't super rush things, because there's going to be stuff to see in every single little street, nook and cranny.
Yeah, it's, I get like when you come into Japan, you're so overwhelmed with just how much stuff there is here, and you're probably here for like 2 weeks. But it really is better to kind of like just pick one, at tops, 2 really big places that you really want to explore, and just go all out at those 2 places, because it could be like Kyoto and Osaka if you're staying in Tokyo. Just keep it really simple, because for me, I improvise a lot when I travel too. Like, I plan where I'd like to go, but like kind of more like prefectural wise, but a specific like location or a landmark or whatever, it becomes a little too much for me. So I kind of like to just keep it as simple as I can so I can just enjoy the moment. Also, it's just kind of stressful when I have a big itinerary. But, you know, I know everyone's different. I have not explored, I think, even like half of what I've wanted to yet. And I think it's been like 3.5 years for me, at least 6 for you.
Yeah, I'm almost 7 years.
Yeah.
But like even if you stay in Tokyo or Kyoto, Osaka, you can, if you're like, I'm kind of done with the city, there are day trips you can do out for like cheap, and you can go to like Mount Takao or like Hakone or Kamakura. There's so many different places with different vibes, so you don't have to make yourself go on so many big trips all over Japan. Just, especially if it's your first time, just take it easy and just experience it as you go. That's my thing. But obviously, if you're a seasoned traveler and you want to do a lot of stuff, then that's totally up to you.
Yeah. Okay, here's one tip that I have. This kind of goes into how the fact that if you want to come to Japan, you're probably going to want to do as much as you can in one day, right? Keep in mind of the last train, because trains in Japan are not 24 hours. I feel like no one ever really talks about this, and this is something that gets you really stressed out. You have to take into account, like if you're really far, not only do you have to get the train on time, but if you have to transfer, you also have to take that into account. Otherwise, you got to take the taxi to get back to your place, and that bill racks up a lot. So have fun, do whatever you got to do in your day, but keep the last train in mind, and then you should be okay. But I know a lot of people like want to go out to Shibuya like until 3 in the morning. If you want to be out like 2 or 3, then you're not taking that train until 6. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say also, I don't know if this is a big thing, but I use Google Maps every day. And I've been to other countries and used Google Maps there. Google Maps in Japan is really accurate compared to other places. It's like, and the trains are super frequent usually, and they're on time, and it's so if you want to get somewhere, just use Google Maps. It'll tell you which exit to go out of the station, because the stations here can get super crazy and lots of different exits, super confusing. So Google Maps is the way to go.
The only thing I think it's inaccurate with is walking time.
Oh yeah, walking time. Yeah.
Walking time
transfer
sucks.
time in stations.
It's like oh, you're going from Tokyo to Yokohama. Okay, get off at Shinjuku. Walk for 5 minutes. Wait for 1. No, you're walking. If it says
7, you're like
no. If it says walk for 5, I add like another like 10 on top of it, because you know, especially as your first time, you're gonna get lost. So take being lost time into account.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the only thing Google Maps I think really needs to fix, is this walking time thing.
Walking time. That walking time I think works if you know exactly where you're going and you're walking fast.
Yeah.
But even then, sometimes at the stations, I'm like, there's no way I can make it. There's just no way.
Yeah.
But usually Google Maps is pretty accurate.
Keep that in mind, especially if you're catching a last train. Walking time will really mess you up.
Oh my God, yeah.
Walking time messes you up on last trains.
Yeah.
It's so... You know what? Don't even take the last train. Like, just don't risk it. Just take the second to last one at your latest. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah. One thing in Japan, again, this is a really common one. Don't bother tipping. This is something that I think everyone has heard in other videos. If you haven't, well, now you know. Japan is not big on tipping, and not only are they not big on it, they will refuse it. You can try to tip if you want, but they're gonna literally just look for you and give you back your money. They won't accept it, especially like to my fellow Americans out there, because I know in other countries, I don't know how Australia is, you guys are probably not as anal when it comes to like tipping. Yeah, for us in America, it's so ingrained to tip, even though technically it should be optional. So if you're like me where that just doesn't make sense to you, it's just not a thing here. I think the reason to it is because, well, I can see both sides. The reason we tip in America is because there's kind of a sympathy going on, that like you think that this person is probably not making too much money. So if they do a good job, then you should tip them, like just to help them out, right? But Japan views it as, well, you're coming to my business, why wouldn't I treat you well? So why should you pay me more for something that I should have been doing in the first place? That's the way they're kind of looking at it. So there's kind of like an honor system in that. So just take that in mind. That's why you don't tip here. So don't think that you're insulting anyone here by not tipping. I think they'll be more insulted if you do tip. They'll probably, some of them depending on who it is, they'll probably even think like, oh, you think I don't make money? Is that why you don't want to pay me? Like, you know, but that's how I think it's probably, I think that's probably the mindset that they have towards tipping here.
Yeah. I've only tipped my hairdresser once, and she's my friend.
Oh, okay.
And we like talked about it. I was like, can I tip you? She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you want to tip? She's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not like a thing.
I mean, I did find one cafe after 3.5 years of living here. It was just a few days ago. It was this place that actually tends to attract a lot of foreigners. I saw that they had a jar saying, they called it chipping. I think that they didn't know how to spell it.
Chipping.
They put chipping and there's nothing in it because you don't know what chipping means. I was like, is this to put money in there? Like, oh yeah, and it's okay. So then I was like, okay. And I put the money in there. They're like, whoa, okay, I haven't seen that. And then I was like, by the way, it's tipping. If you want to do that. I think they just like heard that, oh, foreigners do that. Well, I won't say no to it. But that was a very rare occurrence. So again, don't bother with tipping.
Yeah. Save
yourself the money. There is a thing that I actually just found recently that I think I should have written here. Kind of goes into a tipping thing. When you're in Japan, and you probably know that we use coins a lot, or you're left with a lot of coins and you don't know what to do with them, especially when you're leaving the country. There's like an ATM called Pocket Change where you put the yen in there and then you can say what country that your currency is in. You can convert those coins to turn into gift cards that are in your country.
Where did you find it?
It's at the airport.
Well, there you go.
So I put the coins in there, and then you can press like a little button that says like US, for example. It came out with like Amazon gift cards, Target gift cards. Australia has it too. You guys can use it for like your WhatsApp stuff or whatever. So that's a thing that they actually just made so that foreigners can get rid of their coins.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna jump in. JR Rail Cafe in Tokyo actually has that.
Yeah. Oh, JR Rail Cafe in Tokyo.
There's 3 of them in Shibuya.
Oh,
3 in Shibuya.
Yeah, one in Don Quixote.
Yes.
But that one doesn't accept yen.
It doesn't know.
Yeah.
What?
Because there's too many Japanese people trying to convert it. So that's why. But there's some that do accept the yen. If you want to convert your yen, don't do the one in Don Quixote in Shibuya.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Interesting. Awesome. Okay, I'll go on to my last tip. I think I've done 5, I've lost count.
Okay.
My last one would be careful of oversized luggage on Shinkansens. So if you're going from Tokyo to Kyoto or Osaka, you're coming with a lot of luggage. I've been on the train with a lot of luggage. It's a mess. There's limited storage for luggage, and usually you have to book it beforehand.
Okay.
If you're staying at a hotel that's supported by the service, you can get a Yamato courier to take your luggage to the next hotel, no matter where that is. And it costs less than 3,000 yen, depending on the size of your luggage. Like the biggest one is like 3,000 yen. And then you won't have to carry it, and you can just like get on the Shinkansen and go, and some guy's gonna drive it to Kyoto. So yeah, it's just Shinkansen are not convenient to travel with big luggage. If you have like a smaller one, you can use the overhead like racks. But yeah, big luggage storage is limited. So you have to contact the Shinkansen services earlier and book the oversized luggage storage. I wish they had more storage options.
Yeah, I think my last one, it's a pretty simple one, but when you come to Japan, I'm sure a lot of you want to speak some level of Japanese. Don't be afraid to use it, honestly. They're actually a lot nicer than I think that you hear on the internet. Yeah, it can be scary. I get the anxiety of trying to say it, but legit, I'm just telling you, like, if you can just get past the confidence bit, they will try as hard as they can to figure out what you're saying. Like, don't worry too much about being judged, like, you know, of someone thinking, oh, there's this foreigner that can't speak Japanese. They already have the mindset anyway that maybe you can, with the best intentions. They understand that their language is totally different. But if you want to practice it, you are literally in the perfect place to go and do it. So don't be afraid to use it. And for those of you that just want to come to Japan, that aren't really into learning the language, feel free to speak English if you want. Pointing is a universal tool that I think everyone can understand, especially in Tokyo. I feel that they've gotten a lot better of trying to help foreigners trying to get around. But yeah, that's just kind of a thing that I wanted to point out. Language barriers, they're scary, but you know, language is kind of like a use it or lose it kind of thing. So if you want to practice it, you can study as much as you want, but I feel like none of it really matters unless you're actually talking and using it, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna really quickly jump in and say we'll just give you like a few words that you can use now, just like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay.
So I would say like arigato or arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu is really good when you're buying something. You can say arigato. Arigato gozaimasu is more formal, would be nice. Sumimasen is like excuse me if you need someone's attention, especially at a restaurant. Like sumimasen, that's how you get someone's attention. Excuse me. Gomen nasai if you fuck up. It's like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And just a good old konnichiwa, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any.
I've heard some people like that. I think it's just because it's long and they really want to say it. I had like this one friend that was just like, domo arigatou gozaimashita, which is like the most formal way to say thank you. But they were just buying a sandwich from the konbini. That's like it's the equivalent of saying like, oh, thank you so very much. Like it's like, oh, it's just a sandwich, but okay, yeah, go for it. I'll jump in and say that probably my go-to. Every foreigner will use it. It's the strongest thing if you ever want to get out of any awkward situation. Just daijoubu desu.
Daijoubu desu.
Daijoubu desu. This just means like it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right. If you don't know anything and you can catch them saying daijoubu desu ka, if you hear daijoubu, just reply back daijoubu desu. It's done. Like they assumed that you got it, or maybe you didn't get it, but the conversation usually ends there. It's the quickest ticket. My parents came here, I taught them daijoubu desu and sumimasen.
Perfect.
And hi. Hi. Hi is also really good. When someone's talking, you can just say like, hi, conversation done. If you just want to get through as fast as possible. So.
Yeah. I think daijoubu desu is good, because like even if they're like, oh, you want chopsticks or anything, daijoubu desu, daijoubu desu, daijoubu desu. Like it's like I'm okay, it's okay, don't worry about it. Daijoubu desu. It's a big cover all for everything.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And go get famima socks. I feel like a lot of people are starting to become. I feel like a lot of people are starting to become more aware of those. Don't forget to do that. Legit, like as I've seen people on Twitter being like, "I want the famima socks." If you're coming to Japan, put that on your to-do list. Go to a Family Mart. They still have them. Don't worry. They're very comfy. But yeah, I think that was all. That was personally all my tips.
That's all my tips too. I have another one, but we've said so many tips.
Yeah,
there's so long.
Overall, when
there's so many tips.
When you come to Japan, like I'm sure you guys can figure it out in some way, shape, or form. People are here to help you, and I think that's kind of the fun in visiting a country. Is there's a part of you that just doesn't know what to expect. I mean, that's just me. I don't really like a strict itinerary of everything. Yeah. I don't like to know every detail because I'm going there for a new experience. So I kind of like going into the unknown.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, just do your holiday how you want to do it and enjoy yourselves. And so glad you guys are allowed back in the country finally. And I hope that you have a wonderful time in Japan.
In the meantime, before that happens, we are so traveling to other places before everyone gets here.
Yeah, I went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
I want to go to Asakusa.
I think Disneyland's probably going to be packed by the time you or I go.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be nuts.
It's all right. Well, we're all going to have a good time. So welcome to Japan. We're open.
Come on in, everybody.
The gate is open. There's a gate thing.
But yeah, let us know in the comments down below if you guys have any tips of your own for people traveling to Japan. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Fuck. Wrong timing, bruh.
You can get a Yamato. 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 If you're staying at a hotel that's supported by the service, you can get a Yamato courier to take